Hi, it's Gary at Broadlane Leisure. What I'd like to do, if I may, is the video tour of the Coachman VIP 575, and this will be a kind of generic tour. By that I mean if you've purchased a VIP 460 or the 520 for example, 565 even, 545 even, this will be exactly the same, if that makes sense. So without further ado, I'll give you a tour around the exterior and then I'm going to show you around the interior. So, locker on the near side. It's your gas locker. This is where you'd have your 2 gas bottles, or 1 even, and it would be plumbed in using the gas pipe that is supplied. Now, if you have to plumb it in yourself with the gas pipe, there's an O-ring that sits, the fixing sits on the top of the regulator. Tighten it up, but you must always make sure that the O-ring is in place. So, gas locker, gas barbecue point for outdoor cooking, and external power socket. So, if you've got an awning up, for example, you may wish to power up a table lamp, etc., and an awning. The exterior access locker, and that merely gives you access to the space under the front seats. You've got fridge vents, and the VIP model does come with the Alcester secure wheel lock. This model, being a fixed bed layout, has an under bed exterior storage access locker. If you'd like to follow me around. The vehicle number plate lives on the back, and you've got access to wind up the corner steadies on the rear via the wind guide points. One there and one there. Filler for the toilet cassette. What you need to do is, with a watering container, is fill this up with water. If you always add the pink coloured solution to your container first, and then pour into here, and you'll know when it's full because it will come right to the top. And remember, that's the filler point then for your flushing water for your loo. The cassette then is located in the locker underneath. It's the latest style cassette. You lift up the orange handle and you remove like so. Now it's got the wheels and also carry handle, so it's easy to take over to the designated emptying point and empty it. Now, what you need to do, it does come with a cap. The cap lives on here. You would unscrew the cap, turn the spout round, keep the orange button at the back depressed. That's really important so there's no airlock in the system. And then you empty it in its designated emptying point on site. Stand it up on its end. You'll find there'll be a tap and hose. You put some water in the top here, rinse, empty. Repeat again, but this time, the water in there, you can use the cap then as a measuring vessel, if you like, and you add your blue solution to the cap as per the instructions on the bottle. You pour the blue solution into the spout, put your cap back on, turn round, and then you replace the cassette like so. Now, winter time, it's really important that you drain this system down. Your drain down point is just here. You remove the rubber bump, and the header tank for the loo for the toilet flush will empty like so. I say you must do that winter time to avoid frozen pipes. In terms of the amount of water you put into the bottom there, just enough really to cover the bottom of the toilet sink. Grey water outlets, 2 off, they're here. So, for example, one outlet will be for your kitchen sink wash basin and the other will be for your shower. So you've got fresh water running into the van, and your grey water, or your washing up water, or your shower water, exits at these 2 points here. So you would have, for example, your waste master here. Battery locker. So I'm just using one of our leisure batteries, and your mains plug-in. Your mains plug-in, the flap, it's always the bit that connects into the caravan. The other end connects to your on-site plug-in. And remember that next to that plug-in there's normally an on-off switch, in which case, if there is, please make sure that you turn it on. Feed the yellow cable through the cutout and lock the battery locker up. Water inlet. Your new van will come with a water pipe or water hose, and it connects into here. The procedure is that the end that goes into your water container goes into there first. That's really important. So one end goes into your water container first, and the other end secures into the side of your new Coachman. This just drops down very slightly, secures that fixing in place, and that's it, you are then ready. Lastly, on this side, that's your exhaust flue for your heating hot water system, care of the Alcester central heating system. And forgive me, I've forgotten to point out that you've got your offside service light. So you've got an awning switch inside which operates that light, and I'll show you where that is. On the front offside, you have another storage locker, and this really is for your bits and bobs. So your stove, chocks, etc., etc., all your little accessories, maybe your toolkit, etc., in that offside storage locker. So that's the outside covered, and what I'd like to do now, if I may, is give you a tour around the inside. So if you'd like to come and follow me. Okay, so once again, I'm going to give you a tour around this brand new 2021 Coachman VIP 575. In terms of the controls, how to operate things like the fridge, freezer, cooker, etc. They are the same as if you were purchasing the VIP 460, 565, 545, 520, etc. Over the door you've got the main controls. Look. And what I'll do, if I may, I'll show you the control on the right hand side first, and I'll show you the control on the left hand side afterwards. So this is to do with the heating hot water via the Alcester central heating system. On off switch is bottom left. Push the button on. Green light indicating control panel's on. Now, your home page shows you various bits of information. Temperature in the van, mains electric, menu button, bottom right hand side. Push the button. This gives you access to the main 4 functions. Function 1, thermostat in the room, is the heating in the van. It's all touch screen. So you touch the screen like so, up or down respectively, and set the desired temperature that you would like in your caravan. Late teens, early 20, you should find quite comfortable. That's the heating set in the van. Hot water. To turn the hot water system on, you push the plus button and you want the triangle half shaded in. Now you have got a hot water boost facility in the Coachman's in conjunction with the Alcester heating system. How to access that? You push the button again, and this time the triangle is fully shaded in, and that's designed to heat up the water on the basis that you are maybe looking to use the shower, for example. However, while it's on hot water boost, you will lose the heating system for approximately 30 minutes. So I would say to you, maybe you want to leave that in that position there, which is hot water on. You've got 2 settings left now, whether you want to choose heating and hot water on gas or heating hot water on electric. The electric is this symbol here. It says off. Push the plus button 1 kilowatt. That's its lowest setting. It'll take it the longest time to heat up the van and also the water system. 2 kilowatts. Again, I would say that that would be your default setting. There is a 3 kilowatt setting, but you must be mindful that you may start tripping things out, whether it be in the van or on site. So I would suggest you leave it on 2 kilowatt setting. If you don't have access to electric and you want to use the gas system, blue flame is gas system off. Push the blue flame. Green flame now denotes gas is on. That's gas heating and hot water. You've also got the facility to use it in conjunction with the electric. When might you want to use that? Well, you've arrived in Scotland, for example, and it's snowing a hoolie, and it's pretty cold out there, and you want to heat the van up as fast as you can and also have the hot water running as quickly as possible. You've got it running on dual fuel, you've got it running on electric, 2 kilowatts, and also the gas system. It will heat up the van quicker and also the hot water system quicker. However, do be mindful that while it's running on dual fuel, you are using your gas. So at some point, I might suggest 40-45 minutes after you've got the control on dual fuel to put it onto electric only. Right, so that's that control panel. Now, I will come back to that one in just a moment, if I may. The only other thing I just wanted to quickly show you is on the home page, you'll see another symbol. Now you'll see there it is, the circle with the 2 arrows, that denotes the heating's on. Now if you don't see the circle with the 2 arrows, it's not a problem. It merely is telling you that the heating is off. So that's all that symbol denotes, is heating on and heating off. Now for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to turn the control panel back to off. So we've got storage lockers, soft close. Doesn't matter which VIP model you've got, they're all soft close. Underpalmet lighting, touch sensitive, low light, reading light, pleated blinds, night screens, fly screens, and any combination in between. Windows, push the security buttons, open the window and use the fixings to secure in position like so. Right, I'm going to show you under this side then, if I may. And once again, it doesn't matter whether you've purchased a fixed bed or a non-fixed bed model. All these things are in essence exactly the same. So under the near side, door side, purely storage. You've got your external access locker, which I showed you earlier from the outside. And if you're wondering what that is, if you're not familiar with the heating system, that's one of the radiators. It's one of many radiators. And there's also another one under this side here. But this is really for storage, as you can see. So I'm just going to reinstate these cushions. So we've got 4 panoramic windows, you can see, opening Hecky roof light. To open, push the button, handle down and up like so. It's a beautiful day today. Not only does it vent the van, but also it allows in all that natural daylight. Now you've got 2 settings, in fact you've got 3 in total. You've got fully open, partially open, almost closed and closed. Again, night fly screens respectively. That's your occasional table. It pulls out like so. We get asked a lot how to put that back in. It's really straightforward. You pull it towards you, base drops, and then retracts like so. Storage, and you've also got storage underneath that side too. In terms of making the front as a double, maybe not so much with this configuration, but certainly if you've got a 2-berth or the 520 model, it's really straightforward. You've got what they call a lead board. It pulls through the middle. Now, slat system is in a track within a track. What does that mean? It just means that those slats won't fall out, maybe like the older models, whatever that may have been from years and years ago. So you've got no worries about the slat system falling out. That pulls right through to here. It goes past the stoppers, and then making up the double, your base cushions turn around 180 degrees, so your knee roll backs are under your head and under your feet respectively. So that's the base cushions, turn them around 180 degrees. And then the back cushions, they live in the middle here. One there, one there. That's the double bed made up. It is as simple as that. Right, let me show you under this side. There's a lot more going on under this side. Lots of controls, etc, etc. Excuse me. So, under this front corner, you've got the LD boiler. Now, if you come and have a look down in this far corner, you'll see you've got two toggle switches, one there and one there. Those are your drain downs, blue for cold, red for hot. They're currently in the down position. In other words, that means that we've got access to running water. When you're not using the van, but again, especially winter time, you must drain the system down, just like your toilet cassette. And all you do is you flick those yellow valves up, so they're in the vertical position, and that will drain any water that's in the system through the little holes in the floor onto the ground underneath. When you come to use the van then, at the start of the new season, you must remember to put these drain down valves back into the horizontal positions, as you can see. So, you've got the boiler, storage space at the rear of the battery locker, mains electric coming in. Your drain down valves are here in this particular Coachman model. And again, I'd say to you this: if you ever smell gas in the van, just turn off at the bottle and maybe get the workshop to investigate the source of any gas smell. I would also add once again that make sure that when you've fitted a new gas bottle, that the hose is attached correctly, and if the little gas O-ring is missing, you will get a gas weep, so you might want to check that first. Access to the charger and also consumer unit, so you've got all your trips and all your blade fuses, and in the Coachman it's all very clearly labelled like so. Right, so this overhead locker, that's the awning light on the off side. So awning light on, awning light off. Aerial, directional aerial under the collar in the roof, like so. You can raise the aerial, you can spin it 360 degrees and lock it like so. H, what does H mean? The aerial is currently in the horizontal position, so it's kind of in this position like so. If to get a better reception you want to pop it into the vertical position, you wind the little handle and you'll see there it says vertical, well, V for vertical. So the aerial has gone now from horizontal to the vertical position. So you can play around with that to pick up your best reception. Do remember then that when you are about to leave your site, the aerial must be in a horizontal position. Undo the collar, drop it down. You'll hear it thud on the roof, and I don't think it matters too much whether that symbol faces either towards the front or the rear. What it's most important is that the aerial is facing forwards and backwards, or should I say north south. You don't want the aerial hanging off the side of the van. If it catches a branch, for example, then clearly it could cause some damage to the van respectively. So facing like so, and then hand side. Amplifier box here. The on-off switch for it is above the letter B, the vision. Blue lights off to turn it on, push the button on, blue lights on, and that's basically your aerial up and running. It does come with a radio. It's not fitted in this particular model, but your radio will be fitted by the workshop prior to collection. Your instructions will be in the box. that comes in your pack. Kitchen extension, like so, to release underneath, push up and drop slightly. You've got storage lockers, as you know. Swan Next Star mixer tab. And you've got the blue and red symbol. Blue, cold running water. Red is your hot running water. Now, if you're new to caravanning, just to go through how to get rid of all the air in the water system, quite simply this. So the aqua roll on the outside, you've filled it up with water, and that's next to the side of the van. Your water pipe, you've popped into the aqua roll, and the other end you've then pushed into the side of the van. You come into the van. Remember, you've got 2 drain down valves in the Coachman. It's really important that those 2 valves that probably are in the vertical position are dropped down into the horizontal position. That's really important. So they're currently open and you want to close them so you've got access to running water. So from horizontal, from vertical to the horizontal position. Right, how to expel all the air out of the system, quite easy. Turn your fixing to hot and open and leave that for a minute or 2 and it will gurgle and splutter. You might get bits of water coming through there. After about a minute or 2 it will run water. Stop and repeat the same again. On cold it may gurgle and splutter for a moment or 2. When it runs constant water you can turn the tap off. And then you can then turn the hot water system on. You've got storage, access to big table, extractor fan, super easy to use. So the button in the middle is your off switch, and then you've got arrows in and out respectively. Make sure you open the vent. So arrow out, you've got 3 speeds. So 1.5 speed, 2 speed, 2.5 speed, 3 speed. That's taking out your food smells. You can slow it down with the other arrow button, or you can turn it off with the button in the middle. It's important to let the fan stop before you do anything else. So if you want to have the fresh air blowing into the van, arrow facing in, push the button, and this time the fan will operate the other way around. Speed 1, half, speed 2, half, speed 3, and off. Remember, when you finish using the extractor fan, close the lid, and again you've got a night screen. Cooker unit, it's dual fuel. By that I mean it's got the 3-burner gas hob and the electric hot plate. The rest of the unit is all gas. Now we haven't got a gas plumbed in. However, it's very straightforward. On electric, you turn the dial for top left to your desired setting and give that a moment and you'll feel that warming up. On gas, choose your burner and you light it with the igniter button. The igniter button is located up the far end of the control here, and the burner will light respectively. So that's how you light those 3 burners. Your grill is exactly the same in conjunction with this control here, and your oven is this control here. You've also got on the Coachman your oven courtesy light. Storage underneath for your bits and bobs. I also get asked how to turn these lights on, like so. Okay, so next we're going to go into the far end. So, walking through, you've got a sliding door to the washroom. There's the fastener for it. So, light switch.